8, 9 years ago, something like that. And I was doing a comedy show, rocked the house. Met a young lady after the show. Actually, I caught this. She was in the front row, and she was like kind of like signaling me and shit and shit. So we was talking after the show, whatever, chilling. And this is back when I was living alone too in Arizona too. Like I ain't had no roommates or nothing because it was cheap than a motherfucker, man. And so, I'm like, all right, let's head over to the crib. Let's get to the crib and shit. And I'm not the cleanest person. Like my house is pretty clean now. But left to my own devices, I could have a pretty junky ass spot, I guess. And we get to the crib, she see my spot, she's like, "Oh, this is it, huh?" I went to the bathroom, and next thing you know, I hear her car start. She just jet. So, like, ladies, if you ever did that to a dude, fuck you. That shit is hurtful. But what's funny is, me and that chick, we are still friends to this day. She and I are still friends. It was her birthday not too long ago, and she lives in San Diego now. She's actually doing really well. We talk fairly often, mostly about like fitness stuff because she works out a lot too. So there's that. Anyway, got some questions. This question, and each of these questions, all about dating and stuff. So I'm very happy that people still come to me for dating advice because you can. I've written books on dating and all that stuff. So I'm a very good person to come to for your dating needs. Besides dating, because I'm pretty much off the market at this point in my life, guys. So and ladies mostly, but then some confused men who don't know how to take no for a fucking answer. Anyway, so got this question, and it was hard for me to phrase it. The way the motherfucker wrote it was all over the place, but I think I got what was going on after I emailed him like, "Hey man, I need you to fucking condense this shit and tell me what the fuck you talking about." But basically, this guy's dating a girl. He's dating a girl, and she is trying to share in his interests. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's nothing's wrong with that. She's trying to share your interests and stuff. But what he's telling me is that like she's basically becoming like him. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Now, so basically, I just want to tell everybody this, because this doesn't happen to just women who date men, but this happens to men who date women as well. When you're trying to share someone's interest, that's a good thing. However, you can't let that shit overpower you so that way you're trying to become that person. You can't adopt that person's identity, is what I'm saying. I'll give you a good example. I listen to Prince a lot. You guys know that. I'm a huge fucking Prince fan. Right now, and I have so many framed photos and paintings and artwork of Prince on my wall, on shelves and stuff in my home right now. I'm looking at my purple Prince trench coat. I'm probably going to be going to Purple Rain to watch that in theaters. They're having an event out here in LA dressed as Prince. I love Prince. However, I've run into this several times in my life, in my dating life, because I've been listening to Prince since I was 12, and I'm 34 now, so 22 years. There you go. I've run into this. So I've dated a girl, she's into me and stuff. She finds out that I like Prince. Now she wants to listen to Prince, and now she's trying to like out Prince me in certain ways. It's fucking annoying. Because basically, everyone listening to this, because I'm not going to say ladies and guys, when someone's dating you, they like you for who you are. All the stuff that they like about themselves is still there, and you can like that shit too. However, when you start losing who you are, trying to become something that you're not, that's a really fast way of losing somebody. You can share interest in somebody. However, don't lose what you're interested in too, because you're probably interested in some cool shit too. Stick with that. Sprinkle that shit in every here and there. More times than not, because he's seeing that you're interested in the shit that he is, if you just ask him politely and shit, he'll probably go be down for the shit that you into as well. Unless he's pretty much had a hard limit, I'm like, nah, I ain't really down with that. And you gotta kind of respect that, Some people are down for some shit. Some people aren't. You're gonna like a lot of things that the person that you're dating likes. They're gonna like a lot of things about you. Same thing. You're gonna dislike a lot of things too. they're also going to dislike they too. The thing is, you have to find balance, you know? And hopefully, the shit that you like outweighs the shit that you don't like, you know, and shit that you can change. It's all about balance. It's all about being a tandem, you know? Tandem means that you do things pretty much at the same time. Teamwork, though, my strengths outweigh your weaknesses, just like your strengths outweigh my weaknesses. Like I said, I'm a very cluttered person, you know? I have to date somebody who's clean. I can't be two cluttered fucking people around and stuff. Even though I thrive in clutter, I can find every fucking thing. You know? It's not that I lose things when I'm cluttered. No, I've organized chaos. But, you know, when it comes to that, it's like, it's balance. Where I'm weak, I need somebody who's strong in, you know? Like, if you're not good at saving money, you need to date somebody who knows how to do finances and shit like that. Knows how to move shit around. Knows how to make things right. It's not hard. You know? It just takes time and it takes patience. And when you do find that, don't lose yourself trying to think that something is what it's not. You know what I mean? That sound good to y'all? Sounds good to me. This next question I got from somebody. This is more of a cultural one. And again, people come to me with their cultural problems as well when it comes to dating, because I'm like the interracial dating king of the world. What some people say. A common misconception, I want to clear this shit up right now. A common misconception people have about me is that I only date white women. That is so fucking false. In my entire dating history, I think I've dated maybe like 4 white women. And that's a very low number if you ever consider how many people I've actually dated in my actual life. You know, and only about one of them motherfuckers graduated to the level of girlfriend. Straight up and all the way down. Like, and I have nothing against white women. I have nothing against black. I have nothing against women in general. I've dated women from all walks of life. But to say that I only date one type, that's an insult to me and all the other women that I've dated. You know, so get the fuck up off of that. When I was in college, I called it my world tour. I'm dead serious. I dated women from damn near everywhere. I think there is not the only continent that I haven't dated a woman from is Antarctica, because people don't naturally live there. So there's that. Anyway, the question that I got was, this guy, he's dating a Latina woman, and she's Mexican in particular, and he's wondering how does he coast around the definite racism in her family. Avoid the family. You know, if she's down, she's cool, and she's not affected by the greasy shit that they saying about you. He's black, by the way, and she's not affected by the shit that they say. She's not affected. She's not influenced by the bullshit that her family's saying. And you just can rock with her, you can avoid that family as much as you possibly fucking can. You really can. Like, you don't have to show up to all their events. And you can plainly tell them, like, look, I'm not going because I just don't feel comfortable around your racist ass family. You know? Have I ever dealt with racism in people's families and stuff? You know what? I have. And then I told my chick about it at the time, and I was like, look, it's all cool, but shit, I just don't feel comfortable around that. And, you know, people gonna dislike me for whatever reason. But if you're gonna dislike me because of the way that I was born, then that's some bullshit. Because there's plenty of things you can dislike me about that's way more creative than that, you know? People make up reasons not to fucking like me. Remember the blog I fucking wrote? God damn. But shit, you know, you can ignore that shit. You can get around it. Now, if it gets to the point where you got to deal with this shit on a day-to-day basis, you might have to charge that shit to the fucking game, because that shit is not good for you mentally. Mentally, it's not good for you. Spiritually, not good for you at all. And 2, you got to respect yourself more to just have to deal with the bullshit that other people got. Because, like, when people project their bullshit racism onto you, that says more about them than it does about you. You know? People hate up. So if they talking shit about you, you might have something popping for you that they ain't really got popping for yourself. Because you notice motherfuckers who are like outwardly racist, they ain't really got shit going on for themselves. So like push that shit to the side. But, you know, if your chick is down, she's cool in the game and shit, she's not influenced by that bullshit, y'all can go somewhere else. You know? You ain't gotta deal with them all the fucking time. You know, she comes from a Latino family, and a lot of Latinos love their oppressors. Let me say that shit again. A lot of Latinos love their oppressors. Who are their oppressors? White men, of course. You got to think about it. South America, all of Latin America pretty much got like conquered by, you know, the Spaniards and Portuguese and stuff. They got wiped the fuck out. You know, by syphilis, poison and shit. Women got raped and all that shit. You don't hear too many Mexicans going around talking about their Aztec roots. You hear some, but you don't hear a lot of them. They get angry as hell if other Latinos don't speak Spanish. That's not their original language. That's not the original language of those people. You know? A lot of Latinos in this country register as white, even though they're more closely related to Native Americans. A lot of Hispanic people in the United States on the census will click Caucasian. A lot of people didn't know that. I did. Like, think about that shit. One of the most prominent motherfuckers like that is Charlie Sheen. Y'all know Charlie Sheen? That's not his real name. You know that, right? Charlie Sheen's real name is Carlos Estevez. Martin Sheen, his father, his name is Ramon Estevez. The only person in that family who kept their Spanish name was Emilio Estevez. Like a lot of Latinos in this country go straight to white. That's why a lot of them voted for Donald Trump. But yeah, you can bounce off that bullshit racism and shit. You ain't gotta fucking stick around for that shit. You and your chick can go somewhere if y'all down, you know, if you ain't got no real obligation. But if it's just like to the point where it's just like, fuck, I don't feel comfortable around this shit is just bringing me down, you know, bounce. You know, charge that shit to the game and move the fuck on. Like, straight up. That's, like, look, this just ain't working out. That's all. So we're going to take a quick song break right here while we let that heavy shit marinate just a bit. I'm going to put on some relaxing music, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Then I'm going to talk about some other shit. Y'all hang on. Be right back with a little bit more Aaron Explains the Universe. Hang on tight.
You gotta be the finest specimen I've ever seen.